Hello, Miss Del. My name is Akila binti Muhammad Anta. Today, my group will be presenting on topic incentive and compensation, which covers the intrinsic and extrinsic reward. So before I begin, let me introduce you to my group members. So these are my group members: Yudre Moligan, Fatin Shahira, Safri, me myself, and Muna Munira. So, what is performance management? Performance management can be defined as a continuous process of assessing and measuring the performance of an individual and aligning it with the organizational goals. The expansion for the word perform is best explained it as P for potential, E for enthusiasm, R for reliability, F for flexibility, O for orientation, R for re-engineering, and lastly M for motivation. So why performance management? When employees monitor and assess themselves on their performance, then no line can be drawn to link employees' contribution with organizational goals. At the end, there will be a large gap which remains unfilled, thereby affecting the organization's growth. That is why performance management helps to boost employee engagement and productivity. Engaged employees stay longer, actively involve themselves in the workplace, and produce better results. Improving level of employee engagement is key to boosting productivity and maximizing ROI. For example, salesperson should be motivated to improve the number of sales in a day. By measuring the performance, giving them actual feedback for the improvement, and acknowledge them for the outstanding performance. That's all from me. Thank you. Next presenter will be Fatin Shahira.
Hello Miss Del, I'm Fatin Shahira. In my part, I will explain what is reward system, the definition of reward, extrinsic reward and intrinsic reward. In reward system, many think that appraisal in measuring performance is the only necessary branch out from the performance management system, but the system includes two other important subsystems. The first one is feedback system, which is for aligning performance with organizational goals. The second one is reward system for motivation and continuous improvement. The reward system also includes returns given to the employees in the form of cash. The rewards such as the benefit, pay rises, or recognition program in intangible form. As everyone knows, rewards are positive outcomes that are earned as a result of an employee's performance. These rewards are aligned with organizational goals, and when an employee helps an organization in the achievement of one of its goals, a reward often follows. So, reward basically motivate the employee to perform better. There are two general types of rewards that motivate people. The first one is intrinsic and the second one is extrinsic. For intrinsic reward, this is the satisfaction a person gets from the job itself, such as having pride in your work, showing personal growth, feeling respected by management, being part of a team, or working for a company whose ethos aligns with your own. Typically, these types of reward come from an inside source. Inside source means that the source is coming from the employee himself or herself. Whereas for extrinsic reward, these rewards are concrete rewards that employees receive, and it is external to the job and come from an outside source such as management. These rewards include things like money, promotions, and fringe benefits. That's all from me. Thank you. Next presenter is Yudre.
Hi Miss Del, I'm Yudre. Next, I will be explaining the examples of intrinsic reward. So the first examples are praise or recognition. Employees who receive words of appreciation from management or employers are happier than those who don't. Sounds simple and obvious, but many workplaces don't actually do this. Everyone wants to receive recognition for their hard work. This kind of reward can either be formal, such as an official workplace meeting, or informal, whereas an employer merely thanks or congratulates the employer in passing with a pat on the back. The second examples are taking pride in the job. People feel proud to do a good job at work. This feeling plays an important role in employee motivation. The third examples, trust or responsibility. An employee needs to feel that their employer trusts them and believes they can handle responsibility. Managers delegating tasks to employees is one way this takes place. This empowerment to make decisions and take actions will not only improve workplace relationships but morale as well. I will also give the examples of extrinsic reward. So the first examples of extrinsic reward are gifts. A gift is a short-term reward typically given as a marker of employee achievement or for helping the organization reach a desired goal. A popular way of giving out a gift is by giving a gift card, which will typically be used for personal or luxury purposes and helps to reinforce the employer-employee bond. Next will be bonuses. Usually awarded annually, a bonus is a lump sum, short-term monetary reward. How an employee is appraised for bonus differs between organizations. Some companies guarantee fixed bonuses after a set amount of time with the company or at a specific time of the year. Others base it on performance, which is subjective and can lead to feelings of bias among employees if not carefully handled. The third examples are promotion. This often goes hand in hand with an increase in salary or wages, although the same is not necessarily true in reverse. A promotion is the action of raising someone to a higher position or rank. It is important for the long-term satisfaction of an employee that this goal be achievable. The employee is motivated by this type of reward to work hard to gain the approval and trust of management in order to acquire more responsibility and seniority. So that is all from me. Thank you. The next presenter will be Muna Munira.
Hi Miss Del, I'm Muna Munira. Now I will continue explain about how link rewards to performance. Likewise, the tie-up between the rewards and performance should be made for employee retention and their commitment to work, which ultimately improves the contributing factor of the employee. Employees should perform well to be rewarded, and the approach designed for this is pay for performance. Apart from the base pay, which is based on job description, a variable pay should be announced for their outstanding performance. Many employees become less committed to work not because of their low pay structure, but actually for the lack of recognition. Both types of rewarding system should be ensured for higher motivation, retention, engagement, and job satisfaction. Now, let's take a look for the benefits of performance-based rewarding approach. Firstly, it will motivate employees to perform better, aligning with the organizational goals. Employees get a clear insight of what should be done to meet the goals. Next, it will be have the employee involvement, which is in the participation management, increase, which result in autonomy, more productivity and satisfaction. Employees feel that they are part of a big success, enabling more confidence and innovation in work. Rather than working on routine jobs, employees volunteer to work on challenging jobs to increase their recognition levels in the working society. It enforces healthy competition among individuals to perform better. It will help the employee get a chance to learn and enhance their skills, which highlights their development in career. That's all for me. Thank you. Next presenter will continue by Safri.
Hi Miss Del, I am Safri. I will be presenting on the final part, which is problem linking to reward performance approach, meaning to say here disadvantage of giving reward to the employee based on their performance. What are the disadvantages? First, they can extinguish intrinsic motivation, meaning to say here by giving the employees reward based on their performance, they may change into a person that seeking rewards and give and not based on their passion. Intrinsic motivation is that the internal drive, often described as passion, that focuses on a task and keep them engaged regardless of the challenges that they face. Several studies shows that how reward actually snuff out this passion. Second, they can crush creativity by focusing people on a reward. We actually make them less creative according to the study. The reward tends to narrow person focus, which is fine when there is a clear path to solution, but make them less effective when the task requires a level of creativity. Yeah, meaning to say here the employees cannot think outside the box because they always focus on the target to ensure that their performance are on track. So this is not good actually to the company. Okay, for the third one, reward performance approach, they are encourage cheating actually, or shortcut and unethical behavior. Reward tied to sales quotas, revenue target, and other short-term intrinsic target can encourage bad behavior and cheating. For example, in the book include sales imposing a sales quota on its auto repair staff that lead to customer being overcharged for unnecessary repair. Second examples are Enron setting a large of revenue goal, potentially leading to the behavior that brought the company down. And last, Ford pushed to have the Pinto meet certain weight target and deadlines, resulting it skip safety check. Meaning to say the employee will do everything they need to do to ensure that they will have that reward, to satisfy themselves, not for the interest of the company. Last but not least, they can foster short-term thinking. Reward also have a tendency to limit long-term thinking. They encourage people to focus on immediate tasks. What is required to get the reward at the expense of longer-term consequences or opportunities. The study have shown that the public companies that spend more time focusing on quarterly earnings typically have poorer long-term growth rate. The employee will have no motivation to focus on the long term. As long they can get the reward, they will make or do something that can benefit them, which is short-term thinking. I think that's all from us, Miss. Thank you.